Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another Life with Myst video. Hopefully it's not too dark. I turned on the light, but I'll show you what happens. I could turn on the big light, but I don't feel like it. I have the small light on right now. I'll show you. Over there you can see the bottom light on. And then you can see this little stretch of light here. I'll show you what happens when I turn it on. Okay, now if I even hide it a bit, you can see waves. I'm sure I'm not the only one that sees that. Sometimes the camera is weird and I'll see stuff you don't, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna see these waves when I go to edit the video. Yeah, that's why we're gonna sit kind of a little more in the dark today. Which streams used to. I used to sit in the dark all the time because I was too lazy to buy a lamp. But yeah, so this video is gonna post early Monday morning, and I'll tell you why. I was gonna make a video on Sunday like we typically do. I was super tired. I ended up going to bed very early. I was in bed laying down, and the last time I looked at the clock it was 8. 8 p.m. The reason for that is because the night before I had felt really tired early, so I went at 10 and then I couldn't fall asleep till like 6, and then so I ended up waking up like 4 hours later. So I got 4 hours sleep on Saturday, and then I got 4 hours sleep tonight, last night, however we're gonna word it, Sunday night. Because the last time I remember looking at the clock it was 8 and I woke up at 12:30. So yeah, you might hear the fan going. It is actually hot. Do I have my phone here? My other phone. So I'll show you the weather. So this is Celsius. I know a lot of the time I'll give you guys the Fahrenheit because I have my little app that I put on stream that helps the Fahrenheit people know the temperature. So you'll have to do your conversion yourself here. But right now it was showing 16 on my computer, so it must be frozen in time over there because this is more the live weather on my phone. But here, I'll just bring it up a bit. So right now it's 8, you can see at the top there, and then that's the week for weather. So it's showing up to 19 today, 15 Tuesday and Wednesday supposed to rain. Thursday is 50% chance of snow, and then sunny the rest of the days. So yeah, it's kind of funny because we had snow on Wednesday. Wednesday, I made the comment that it felt like Christmas because it was snowing so much that it was like Christmas. On Christmas, we usually get a good chunk of snow, and yeah, and then it pretty much melted the next day, and it's been fairly hot. I say fairly hot because we go from like these cold temperatures, and then it's not like it goes from like minus temperatures to like 0 or 1 or 2. We go from like minus and then boom into like 20 Celsius, you know? So it's just kind of crazy how the weather works sometimes. Yeah, but overall, aside from today and tomorrow, because it's showing like 20 and 15, it looks like it's still gonna be like fairly cool for the rest of the week. It's showing between 5 to 10 for the rest of the week, and then it looks like it's gonna get hotter next week. So I think we're in the hot weather now. Yeah. So what to talk about? Let's see. Well, last week I got that teeth whitening kit. So so I'll probably start that maybe tonight after work. I'll apply some, and they say you can use it for like up to 14 days, but your teeth can get sensitive, so I imagine some people don't go the 14 days. So I'm gonna be doing footage on it so I can do a video for you guys. So you can expect a video on that sometime in May, because I'm gonna need like the couple of weeks to do the applications, and then we'll see if there was you know, results worth mentioning. Well, I'll mention them anyway, but you know. And yeah, I'm really hoping you guys aren't hearing the fan too much, but I don't put background sound, like I don't mute the background sound for these videos, so you probably hear it. Yeah. But we're used to that, right? I made the decision last year that we were gonna run fans no matter what. You know, on stream you don't hear it at all, because I have filters for the streams. But for these videos, I don't put the filters in because we like a lot of the background sounds for these videos. Like if I put the filters in, you wouldn't hear Mystic meowing when she's in the shot, and you know, like, yeah. So I like the way we do it for these videos. The downfall is the fans will be in them during the summer, but I might do more outdoor videos though, especially since I'm going outside a little more now. Not like a super amount, it's just for work basically, but it is happening a little more often. And yeah, so speaking of that, you remember the job that I told you about a couple of weeks ago that was under construction? Well, it's done. My first, like, lately I've been doing at-home work for the company, but today's my first shift, like, out there. So so cool. And been a while since I've worked for someone. I've been working for myself for a while, so that's where I'm going today. I thought I was afternoon shift, turns out I'm morning, so that's why I think that's a part of the reason why I haven't been sleeping very good, is because I've been trying to adapt into this morning, and we're doing it too early. I'm making myself tired way too early, and you know, we need to try to get tired a little later. You know, like I don't want to necessarily not get enough sleep, but I can't be going to bed at 8, you know, like, yeah. So we need to like try to not be tired till, you know, I would like to be in bed by 11 because it is pretty early mornings, and that would still give me a decent sleep time, but yeah, so that starts today. And I did a test walk to this place on Saturday because now that the warm weather's here, I want to get my steps in while doing my out of the house job, and it went really well. There and back is an hour, and so it knocks out 10,000 steps, and it also knocks 500 of my 700 calories burnt. So now keep in mind some of that's natural throughout the day. I did do the walk in the evening, so I already had some stuff tracked, but I hadn't done any workouts that day, so it was mainly that walk. And yeah, so that's perfect for me because the other 200 calories burnt can easily be through a workout I do when I get back home, and then what I accumulate while I'm working, right? So yeah, because I'm always going to still do like the 30 to 60 minute workout, but what I really wanted to kind of knock out of the way through the workplace was us not having to be on the treadmill for, for hours on end. Plus, it would be nice to not hit the treadmill every day. It would be nice to just have these days where, where when it's a work day, I use the work day for the steps. Because I will say I love my treadmill and all that, but it is so much easier to do the steps in a faster time frame when you're outside. I've noticed that. Yeah. I think it's because you have the freedom to stop whenever you want. When you're on a treadmill in the house, when you're outside, you got to kind of keep going, especially if you're crossing traffic lights and stuff like that. You gotta keep going, and because of that, and then, maybe you just naturally walk faster when you're outside, maybe, yeah. I walk pretty fast on the treadmill, but I have noticed that I do my steps in half the time every time I do them outside. So I, the whole point of that treadmill really was to only use it in winter, because I don't like walking on the ice, obviously. So that's cool. And then stream-wise, we're still gonna be pretty much off stream. I've been kind of contemplating it, like, do I just go live a couple of days and we just kind of not really worry too much about the Hogwarts for a couple of days? But then a part of me is like, I really just want it done. But I do hate that I will be on week 2 of doing no streams for you guys. But honestly, if we could just keep not streaming for a bit, I could just get it on the channel and we could be caught up, right? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Go do something fun, guys, and then tell me all about it when we get back, and we'll share stories. We'll share stories of our 2-week of vacation, what I did, what you did, and yeah. And so I'm just gonna put it here, May 1st. May 1st I come back live. I don't know what day that is. Is that like a day that I normally wouldn't be on stream? Let's see. I think we're okay to be on stream every day again. I'm dropping WoW Weekly with Myst again, so you're not going to see that on the news channel, or the gaming channel today. Usually it would post at 10 a.m. on Mondays. It's not going to post today. We're too busy. Yeah, I was contemplating doing it last night, and we are just way too busy with my new job being in full effect now, and yeah, I just don't have the time to edit it. And while those videos get a decent amount of views, I just feel like they don't generate enough money for me to warrant an editor for them. An editor, those are pretty supreme videos. I've been doing them for 7 years. They're weekly news videos. They're heavily researched. They have video clips in them, they have pictures, there's a lot of work into editing them. Those videos take me a night of editing every week. So to bring an editor in, yeah, they would want a good chunk of money, and I'm not willing to pay a good chunk of money for those videos. Like, yeah, especially nowadays, I don't care about WoW as much nowadays. I still play it, and it's still my favorite game, don't get me wrong, but I just don't care enough to pay out an editor for a video that we could just omit. We don't need to have it anymore. Like, people can go get their news themselves. Yeah. Like, the only news there ever is nowadays is player housing bullshit and and other crap. Like, it's never anything good, I just really enjoy doing those videos, so I would just always do them. But yeah, and I think that's about all I gotta say today. I'm gonna quickly edit this up, and I'm awake now, so I'm gonna just probably hop into WoW or some other game, or maybe edit some more Hogwarts. I don't know what I'm gonna do, But you know, I got some time to spare before work, so yeah. And I washed my hair before bed, so I don't need to like, you know, go wash my hair or anything, you know. So I think we could just chill, you know, just just chill for a bit. And yeah, but I wanted to at least get this video out, even if it is posting technically on a Monday. I try not to skip our weekly vlog videos, especially since I could easily do more than one video a week here, but I don't because editing, right? The more videos I do, the more I have to edit, and that's a lot of work when it's all you know. One day when I get an editor, like if we got a second channel monetized, I'd probably be more willing to get an editor then, because I'd have like a couple of channels paying me out at that point. But you know, or if the gaming channel just does better, because it is really our, oh, what do you call it, our golden goose. It's you know, it's our channel that, it's the only one that pays us right now, right? So if I paid anyone, that's where it's coming from. But yeah, with that said, if you're new here, feel free to follow the channel, help this channel grow. You know, I don't shout out my channels ever at all, but I will just say, you know, the more a channel grows, the more likely I am to hire an editor, and if I hire an editor, that means I can produce more videos because I don't have to be the one editing them, and it's just a win-win. Yeah, so keep that in mind if you like the content here and you want more of it. You know, follow the channel, help support it, because in the end, you know, this channel doing good is gonna be what helps more videos appear on this channel, because right now I run multiple channels, so it can be a little tough to do, you know, more than one video a week, you know, and then you know, I have to keep the gaming channel the mega channel because it is the one that generates income. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, definitely follow the channel. I plan on doing a lot of stuff, you know. I always say that. I always say we got all this stuff upcoming, but we really do, you know. I've got we're doing workout stuff, so you know, eventually I'm gonna have a video on, you know, how we got fit over 40 type deal, which I think will be a great video, because like a lot of the videos out there are young people, you know, losing weight, and let's be real, it's super fucking easy to lose weight when you're young. Like I remember I would just like breathe and lose weight, you know. Yeah, when you're under 40, and like, yeah, it's super easy to lose weight. Like, if you know, yeah, no offense, but like if you're overweight and you're young, then you're just not trying, you know. Like it's very easy to be skinny when you're younger. You know, of course I get that we live in a different time now. People are eating crap for food, but the thing is, people always did. It's just more crap nowadays, but people always ate crap, right? You gotta control it a little more. But I think, you know, once I do this video, which will be later, because I want to show some evidence first. I don't want to just talk about the things I'm doing. I want to show evidence that things were working. But I think it'll be great because for me, I believe the hormone thing. Yeah, a lot of people say after 40, it's your hormones that kind of like contribute to your weight gain and stuff. And I was always a person that didn't gain weight, and then just all of a sudden, yes, I started sitting more. So I have always believed that was like the major reason is because I stopped moving, but there is some science behind the after 40, you know, and especially for a woman, because there's the perimenopause and then the menopause, which I'm not in right now, but it's your body setting it up for that. And then once we hit that, rumor is that just halts your weight loss altogether. So if I ever see a complete halt, we might start assuming assuming that, you know, like, I'll know damn straight if I'm in menopause. You know, there are some things regarding a woman that you're gonna fucking know, but perimenopause is always a guess, right? Because that's the year before menopause hits, and so yeah, you're always kind of guessing that you may be in it, until you have, you know, those obvious signs that state you are. But you know, and the obvious signs are your period. You know, like, yeah. Once, you know, for the most part, if you're not having sex and your period stops and you've gone to the doctor and you're not pregnant, chances are I'm still getting mine nice and strong over here. So yeah, so definitely we're not in that, but yeah. So I think that's all I really got to say. Yeah, have a great week, guys. Hopefully you guys aren't too upset about the lack of streams. I just want to catch some stuff up, and I thought I'd be good for a week, but I'm gonna need 2 solid weeks for the Hogwarts. So that's why I said May 1st. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the date to see which. That's when I said, yeah, that's when we sidetracked, and I said, oh, but you know what, we'll be okay for, you know, once I'm done Hogwarts Legacy, we'll probably be back to more or less daily streaming, because the reason I took Sundays off was for the WoW Weekly with Myst. It was never for the vlog. I can do this video during the day and then go live in the evening, right? It was always for the WoW news video that I would take that off. And then Fridays I would take off for the cooking channel. But I am heavily thinking about getting an editor for the cooking channel. That one's easier because it's like 4 videos a month, you know. I do the same with the vlog, but I usually, the way I do the vlog videos is I record them and then I immediately edit them and then they're on the channel. So from the time I record to the time it hits the channel, it's usually less than 2 hours. An editor wouldn't be able to do it that fast for me, right? And I don't feel like we need like fancy, you know, if I'm gonna hire an editor, it's gonna be for them to do videos better than I do. Right? Like, I'm not gonna pay someone to do my quality, you know. Like, if I pay someone, you're doing better videos than I do. And the one channel that I'd really like that with is the cooking channel, because they could, you know, they could add, you know, some stuff to make those videos a little stylish. You know, I do my best with like adding ingredients into the videos and stuff, but they could, and an editor could do it better. So with that said, that would free up Friday, because that's why I take Fridays off, is to do the cooking video, because those post on Saturdays. So that's why Friday and Sundays are days off, or else I'd stream every day, right? So with that said, yeah. Let me just check. Yeah, May 1st is actually a Friday. That's why I wanted to check. You know what? We'll still go live. So that's what you can bank on. May 1st I'll come back live. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna, you know, I'll edit this video and then I'll play a game for a bit before I get ready for work. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next week, I guess. I'll see you on Sunday, and I'll let you know how the Hogwarts Legacy uploads are going, and if we're still on for a May 1st return stream. We should be, though. You know, there's always more shit I could edit, because Hogwarts Legacy isn't the only thing, but it's the major thing I'm behind on, so yeah. But the thing is, usually I don't take these kind of breaks to edit videos, right? A lot of the time I can edit between streams and work and all that, because it's just a few here and there. But this was a lot. This was, I had a good chunk uploaded already throughout the past year, so before I took this little stream break to do the Hogwarts Legacy uploads, we had like 22 episodes already uploaded. But clipped, without like non-edited clipped videos, there was a total of 90 videos. So that tells you how much footage I've really had to go through to create this playthrough, and so that's why it's taken a bit. It's a lot. Yeah, I didn't mean to really hold it off that long for the editing, but you know, I do a lot, and I do streams all the time, and yeah, so yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some stuff done. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a great week with whatever you end up doing, and yeah, we'll catch you later. Bye.